Joining me here at the original Green Turtle on 116th Street in Ocean City, Maryland, my two good friends, Steve Pappas and Tommy Dixon. Guys, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Bobby.
I tell you, it's great to be back at the Green Turtle. I feel like I'm coming home when I'm here, but for you guys, this has been your home. Back in 1976, it's amazing. You guys started working here as bartenders, and really from '76, it's been a great relationship. And it had to be a dream for you guys. Back, you're 18, 19 years old, and you're working in a bar in Ocean City, Maryland, and two guys from Dundalk. It's a great story.
Well, for me, it was a dream. I didn't have much choice coming out of Salisbury. It was either this or I don't know what else.
You weren't going to be a doctor?
It wasn't medical school or dental school. So Steve graduated at least. I fell a little short, but the opportunity came about, and Steve and I took advantage of it, and that was back in 1980. We worked here for 3 years. Before that, when it first opened, we lived down the street, and graduated from Salisbury, and we took a shot, and the rest is history, I guess.
Well, it's amazing because, Steve, your relationship with Tommy really went back long before the Green Turtle days, and you guys went to high school together and kind of grew up together.
Yeah, we started out in Dundalk, and he moved. I was born and raised on Liberty Parkway, and Tommy moved in the neighborhood when he was like 12 or 14. I'm like, who is this kid that just moved in?
Good-looking kid.
Good-looking kid. We started playing basketball together, and we played some soccer, and it just evolved, and we became best friends and decided let's open up a bar. I can remember we were at Salisbury. I was coaching at the time, and Tommy came up and said, "Hey, Mike and Phil want to sell the turtle. You want to buy it?" And I looked at him like, "With what?" So we pulled some strings and we got some money together, and we bought it in 1981, I believe, is when it was.
80.
80.
Yep.
Well, I tell you, it's amazing. You mentioned the Salisbury State connections back in those days. Now Salisbury University. Obviously, I went to school there. I played baseball there. Obviously, Steve, you were big in lacrosse. You actually coached there, and were a grad assistant when I arrived. And how I met you guys was amazing. We used to, instead of going to class, we would play basketball in Mag's gym every day at 2 o'clock and play for about an hour and a half. All the lacrosse, a bunch of lacrosse players, and obviously the wrestlers, and we just became friends.
That was our most fun.
That's why I didn't graduate. That's why I didn't graduate.
Yeah, but that was a lot of fun. I mean, a lot of other guys played too. That's where we met Dave Cottle and Michael Bisciotti and Steven and everybody. And, you know, things kind of went from Salisbury and came into the Green Turtle.
Yep, and of course, Steve, you went on, you guys obviously grew up as Baltimore sports fans, coming from Dundalk, big Orioles fans as well as Colts, and obviously now the connection with the Ravens, and you mentioned Michael and Steven Bisciotti. But you've got a funny story. I love this story, Steve. You know, you've been married to your wife, Dawn, for, I don't know how many years, have 3 great kids, and you know, you told me the first time that you went to their house for Thanksgiving, and you were having Thanksgiving dinner, and you thought they were going to say grace, and tell us what happened.
We, you know, coming from Baltimore, I was a Baltimore Colt fan back then, and Dawn's, you know, as Leonard has told me over and over, they're 3rd generation Washingtonian, so they're big Skins fans. Well, they have a large family. One family has 16 kids in it. So we're sitting down for Thanksgiving dinner, and it's about 50 or 60 people in their basement. Multiple tables set up, and they asked everybody to stand up and hold hands. So we all stood up and held hands, and I thought they were going to say grace, and they started singing Hail the Redskins. I'm like, oh boy, we're in trouble now. But it ended up,
and it's amazing you're still together.
I'm a Redskin fan and a Ravens fan.
Well, it's a great story, Stephen, and it is a great story with the Green Turtle. And you guys, again, we're here at the original Turtle on 116th Street. Now you have over 25 locations. And Tommy, and I can't remember quite what year it was, but now the West Ocean City Turtle, where you are, which you own now and you operate, what year did that open?
That opened in 1999.
99. So
yep,
you guys, you're kind of still together, but you're apart, and you don't spend nearly as much time as you did in the early years. But the West Ocean City Turtle is doing great, and you know, and then you also, you know, when you originally started growing the turtles, you had, what was it, Laurel and
Fells Point,
and Fells Point,
Edgewater, the original 5. Yeah, this one, and then the 5, and then we obviously went into the franchise and company-owned stores, and that's where we are today. And again, Mike Sanford was another connection through Salisbury State. You know, he was a basketball coach there, and we met him through Salisbury. So, like you said, going back to Salisbury, all our connections. You know, Billy Pacco was, you know, the Salisbury guy. You know, it just all came together, and that's when we became partners. And that's, like I said, that's how we formed the Green Turtle, along with Cottle and then you and all the guys we knew from back then. And it's been fun.
Now, Tommy, there's, you know, I did work here for a couple of years.
So you say.
Tommy says I didn't work real hard, but I had a great time. You know, it was great working the door here because you didn't have to show up until 9 o'clock.
The only
the only bad thing was I had to, you know, clean up the peanut shells at the end of the night. right. But you talk about a menu that's evolved and a business that has evolved. I mean, when we started, you know, I started working here, just this little room and a spiral staircase there.
Right.
You always had great entertainment and bands, and then you went from just serving peanuts to now having a great full menu, open for lunch and dinner, and just a great place to watch all sports.
Yeah. It was peanuts on the half shell for a long time, but then we realized after about 10 years, if we wanted to compete, we had to get into the food business, and it was a transition, but we made the transformation.
Well, Steve, one of your passions has always been the apparel side of the business too. You've done a great job over the years, and your T-shirts are, you know, renowned worldwide, if you will. I've been in places in the Caribbean and seen turtle T-shirts, so it's amazing when you look at the double humping turtles and all the different designs you've come up with over the years. Talk about some of the things that you've been able to put together.
Well, you know, we started out. I remember when we first opened it, we used to sell T-shirts out of a closet back here, and Tommy and I would be tending bar because we tended bar back in the early days, and all of a sudden there were more people in here buying T-shirts than buying beers. Like, I think we got something here, and I think they outlawed the T-shirt in
high schools,
and all of a sudden they outlawed it, and boom, as soon as they outlawed it, everybody wanted one.
Populated sword after they outlawed it.
We opened up a T-shirt shop in the shopping center, and it's just Billy in Fells Point has sold a ton of shirts, and Tommy sells a ton in West Ocean City. So we have multiple lacrosse teams and soccer teams and things like that. We have a guys division and a girls division that Tommy runs, and it's exploded. The clothes, everybody wants to buy turtle stuff. When our kids travel to away games, our Green Turtle Club team, our shorts were so popular that the kids were selling their shorts for $50 at a game. So of course every kid would hit me up for another pair of shorts. Mr. Pappas, I lost my shorts, I lost my shorts. Well, they were making money off selling these shorts. So, I mean, everything we have now, lacrosse, whether it's lacrosse or soccer or just a single turtle, or like you say, the double turtles, we have a lot of different designs, and the clothing business has really exploded.
And you guys have always sponsored a number of activities and local teams in the area, obviously through the Recreation and Parks Department here in Ocean City. You know, we had a chance to play on the basketball team here at the Turtle for a number of years. Yeah, played
you worked
when I could get in the game. And we had a great time doing that. But you've been very big for the community of Ocean City, Maryland, both of you, Tommy Dixon, Steve Pappas. Thanks again for spending some time with me today and talking about one of my favorite places in Ocean City, the Green Turtle.
Thanks, Bobby.
Thanks, Bobby. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.